Babaloo was a monkey, and he was hairy, as you know. Babaloo liked to get funky. He would show up with a bucket. Babaloo is cool as shit. He would get everybody fucking lit. Timmy, why you wanna hurt Mama, Timmy? Oh, Timmy, you're not my mother. Babaloo was a monkey, and he was hairy, as you know. The fuck was that all about? Who the fuck is Babaloo? Okay, there's a lot of stuff to edit. Welcome to the Jammy Show, everybody. Yes, JambyVision brought to you by myself. So I was rambling on, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know we were recording, which is fucking awesome. I'm sure he'll figure out something to do with that. So, welcome back to the show. This is episode 2 of the revamp and relaunch. Anything that comes up with so I had a weird incident last week. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty fun. For me, anyway. So I got a local Quickie Mart. Everybody has a local Quickie Mart. You know, it's that corner store, liquor store. So everybody has their favorites, and I have my favorite is right down the street from me. I mean, I can walk there if I had to, but I drive, so I don't walk. There's a group of pretty much homeless people that kind of congregate at the Quickie Mart. One guy sings beautifully. He sets up his mic and he's he sings and he does any song. Actually, I'm not so shallow enough to where one night I said screw it, and I went and I said, hey, put on this song, and I sang "Beautiful Crazy" by Luke Combs, and he thought it was the greatest thing. He actually tried to pay me $1. And I'm like, hey man, I'm not taking your $1. I took the fucking $1. And, hey man, I just sang, fuck it, give me $1, homeless or not, tip is a tip. Sounds like a dick move, but so anyway, so last week I go to the Quickie Mart, get a can of chew, and there's a confrontation. Now, one of the guys in the confrontation is my next door neighbor's son, who's been kicked out multiple times, and the other guy is somebody I've never seen before, and so it's always interesting at the Quickie Mart to see what's going on because of the people that hang around there, and they're not bad people. Trust me. The guy who sings, I think his name is Chris. His name is Chris. He knows my name. I think his name is Chris. I called him Chris once, and he goes, yeah, Stapleton. And I said, okay, we'll go with that. All of a sudden, I see this conversation, and I just get out of my car, and I'm walking up, and they're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then this guy pulls out a little 9, and he cocks it, right? And he goes, come on, motherfucker. And I notice, and he's pointing at my neighbor's child, which I love my neighbor. So I'm like, nobody get killed today. So I notice that there's no clip in the gun. So I walk up right behind the guy, and I said, hey, I go, you know what? Nobody wants to go to jail today. Let's just all calm down. I go, hey, calm down. The moral part of the story is the funny part is I go in the store, I get my can of chew, and this Hispanic guy comes in. He goes, holy shit, man. He goes, did you see that? He goes, oh, I heard a cock and I was like, fuck. And he goes, and then you just walked right up to the dude. You weren't even scared. And I was like, there's no clip in the gun. Could have been one in the chamber. So that was my Quickie Mart experience. And the same people still hang out there, but it's good to be part of the pack, but not in the pack, because I'm not homeless or anything like that. The Simpsons It's old. It's kind of old news, but they got rid of Apu um, as a Quickie Mart worker, and it's getting a little outrageous. Um, that was a character, and it was a long time character. And all of a sudden, oh, it's offensive to be Apu. Now, riddle me this, motherfuckers. What Quickie Mart, what 7-Eleven nowadays do you walk into and it's not fucking Apu? And that's okay. They've mastered the market. They've taken over all the Quickie Marts, all the 7-Elevens, and all the gas stations, except for Rotten Robbie's in Santa Rosa, California, or Mrs. Robbie's. But I don't say taking over in a bad way. I say for the Simpsons to get rid of Apu, for people to be upset that he portrayed a Quickie Mart owner when they're all owned by Apus. All of them. It's Apu City. I don't know why people were mad at that. Like, are you just gonna go to all the 7-Elevens and all the bullshit and go, oh yeah, no, you guys gotta get out of here. You should quit. Start protesting. No poos in 7-Eleven. Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, I don't know. My mom is a funny character. She as she gets older, it's more entertaining. But you gotta love moms, and then you gotta love the fact that older people, and it's not just my mom, it's just older people. They're like 5 hours ahead of everybody else. It's like if they have an appointment at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they're showing up at 3. They're gonna sit their ass there because they're afraid to be late. Our garbages get taken out every Tuesday. Garbage man comes. On Sundays, my mom texts me religiously. You need to put the garbages out. She's almost like Edith Bunker. Jimmy, the garbages got to go out. Yeah, so it's like, now, the first few times is cool. I get it. Remind me. I got it. Cool. Years of the garbage has got to go out. Will the madness ever stop? I don't know. But if you met my mom, it's not. There's some movie trends that I gotta put my bifocals on because I'm getting old, peoples. Movie trends that bother me, horrible remakes. I mean, it's like Hollywood is just remaking one movie after another remaking. I mean, Tremors 4, did we need Tremors 4? I think the first one with Kevin Bacon was good. And then Michael Keaton's dad had to just carry that whole franchise on. And they made money. You know what would be the greatest remake ever? Is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I mean, think about the cast they had back then. I mean, the only really notable superstars were Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, Jack Nicholson, of course. I don't think the other guys were like that outstanding. But to remake that movie in an ensemble cast, and you're in a nut hospital, I would choose. And I know, okay, it'd be a tough choice between Jack Nicholson because he's the main character. It'd have to be Christian Slater, which I always pin to play Jack Nicholson because he freaking has eyebrows, he has a smile, he has the same shit. He looks like Jack. Or you pick a Jim Carrey who can actually kind of pull off a Jack and be funny and psychotic. So, and then you throw in like a Sandler, because they have the group of guys in a circle. I mean, throw some people in there. do some weird. Throw like Sadakis in there, or Cooper, Bradley Cooper. Just you know, Jamie Foxx would be funny. But can you imagine the remake of that movie? I have a script. If Hollywood wants to call me.
A quick message from our sponsors.
Diarrhea, also known as sharts, can hit any time without notice. Prevention is preferred over cleanup. Runzova has been shown in clinical studies to lessen the frequency and duration of explosive sharts when used with the optional Anacork, available in 4 designer colors. Imagine life without stained underwear and the smells associated with it. Ask your doctor if Runzova might be right for you. Avoid wearing clothing when taking Runzova. Lifting heavy weights is not recommended while using the optional Anacork. Some patients reported an increased desire to pole dance. Side effects may include oily anal discharge, scrotal bruising, gangrene, maggot infestation, permanent loss of sense of smell, bloody vomiting, uncontrollable flagellation, genital boils, loss of limbs, toenail fungal infection, and brain death. Enjoy life again, free of embarrassing sharts with Runzova.
He's worried about the president. The only thing I'm going to say political tonight is, do you ever think you're smarter than the president? I kind of do. He is, well, he's fun, isn't he? Oh, here's a shocking thought. Did you know that, and this is part of the political front, did you know that you can't sue malpractice if you're a military officer if it's against the military? That's gotta suck. So if you're a military officer and something happens to you, you can't sue the military for malpractice because you are a military officer. How crazy is that? Well, you took my leg, but you were supposed to amputate my arm. Well, you can't sue us. Open air mask wearing, I still see it. And it's getting weirder. What about the mandatory? Now, here's the thing. Is the trend that is occurring as we speak is mandatory vaccines for employment. Meaning you don't have a vaccine card, you haven't been vaccinated, you ain't working. That is the biggest load of cock-sucking bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life. It is a choice. You know, we fought over the choice between women of pro-choice. Why isn't this pro-choice? It should be pro-choice. Their choice, whether it's abortion or keeping it. Vaccination should be pro-choice. And we should not be separated or delegated or restricted from living a life and making a living and taking care of everything we need and going shopping. And I mean, you start cutting all that shit off, guess what? You're going to have a rebellion that you've never seen in your life. A huge rebellion. And I don't blame them. In fact, I'll probably join them. Fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. You know, if you can't get a job because you're not vaccinated, I think that's horseshit. And that's my final take on that. You ever watch a Civil War movie? Here's who thought of, hey, we're gonna get all these guys in blue, and we're gonna get all these guys in gray, and we're gonna walk up to a big open field, and then front line, you fire first, and second line, you fire second, and third line, you fire fourth, and vice versa. Now, you think the boys in the first two lines were like, what the fuck is this? You know you're going to get shot and killed. Every movie you see in the Civil War, that first line is like, they go, pa, 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 and the whole line goes down, and the second line goes down. You know what? I'm in that first line. Old General Custer, or who the fuck ever is in charge, goes, Artaceros, you're on the first line. I'm like, uh-huh. And then as soon as we start marching, I'm sneaking off in the woods and I'm fucking gone. Or I'm in the back. I'll go to the back of the line. You know, hey, y'all get yours. Oh, and he'd be like, Artaceros, you survived. I'm like, yeah. You know, I was way back there, but I survived it. You know, fuck. Why would you stand in front of a bullet if you didn't have to? That I never understood that whole. This whole. Yeah. I mean, it's the worst style of fighting. I don't know who the genius was who came up, and it was always an ambush. And it'd be like all these guys in blue coats, and then all the gray coats would be behind him, and then that's when the back of the line got fucked up. They all had to turn around and go, shit, man, I was in the back of the line. I didn't want to be in the front of the line. Now they can't. Yeah, and so we're fucked. Death is a part of life. We all have to deal with it, and people die. I've lost people super close to me, and I always try to find some sort of humor. And I don't believe in just forecasting, and you know, I want to go to a funeral where people just say the fucking right thing. Yeah, but it's true. Nobody speaks the truth. Speak the truth. The next funeral I go to, hopefully it's not mine, but I'm going to speak the truth. And I've debated about this quite a bit. And I have spoken at funerals, and apparently I'm pretty good at it. Look at little Tiger Woods. I know, I just had to do that. Sorry. But I think it's time. Hey, if you hated the person that's in the casket, I know there's that respect thing, but then there's also a time where you just go, you know what? This motherfucker gonna get it. He gonna get it, and he can't do shit about it. But then you have like half a church of angry people. And now, fresh off the presses, a Jamby minute in the NFL. So, crazy year so far in the NFL. Pretty exciting season. I mean, things are just Odell Beckham free from the Browns. Let's see where he lands up. It's teams are just keep evolving differently, and so every week, I mean, even when you watch a game that it's two sucky ass teams, and you're like, it's Thursday Night Football, but you gotta watch it. It's an entertaining game. I mean, every game thus far has been pretty entertaining. I got my NFL top 5 teams. Number 1. Now, realize I'm a Raider fan, but number 1, Green Bay Packers. Even hopefully the COVID thing, I'm excited to see what Jordan Love does this weekend. But Green Bay isn't Green Bay without Aaron, so hopefully that'll make things better when he gets back. But who knows if he's going to back? The league might just keep him out for not complying. Number 2, Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray and company, Hopkins. Yeah, they are still top of the league, and I think they're going to win their division. I mean, I don't see the 49ers catching up. Seattle, no, they're just getting Russell Wilson back, so I don't see it's going to be a struggle for them. So we'll see. The Rams in Arizona. I mean, it's going to be a tight little net. Yeah. Number 3 is, unfortunately, as I want to say it, the motherfucking Dallas Cowboys. I can't deny winning. And they're winning. Cooper Rush did a great job filling in for Dak Prescott, but you know, everybody loves the backup. I'm a huge backup fan. Just ask Sean Burke how much I love backup quarterbacks. Tim Rosenbaugh. Number 4, my beloved Raiders. Yes. Boy, trials and tribulations this year. We had a coach fired due to circumstances. And last week, our big speed burner, young prospect, doing great so far this season, Henry Ruggs, killed a person drinking and driving and had a loaded handgun in the car. Well, goodbye, Henry. And the Raiders released him, which was proper etiquette. It's a shame that somebody that young would ruin their career over something stupid. Now, you live in Vegas, and my friend Dickie brought this up. You are a millionaire. You live in Vegas. There's taxis, limos, Ubers, Lyft, half of everything you walk to. And you decided to drink and drive? What? That is just makes no sense. So Henry Ruggs, I feel bad for you. I'm not going to condemn you, but that was some dumb motherfucking shit. And then the last team, number 5 on my list, is the Bucks. You can't count out Tom Brady ever. It's the GOAT. TB12. So as long as Tom Brady walks this earth, we're going to see him in the playoffs. He's going to do damage. So, and you see him at weak moments, and everyone's like, oh, look at that. He's beatable. No, he ain't beatable, motherfuckers. He can get beat, but he ain't beatable. So, holiday season is coming upon us. Oh, joy. Everybody wants to give a speech at a table. When you grow up in a dysfunctional type family, speeches are, they're well invented, is what they are. They're well invented. Because here's the thing. Trying to get everybody at a table on a holiday, when you can't get them at a table on a Friday or a Tuesday or a Sunday without some sort of weirdness, how the fuck to structure them all around Thanksgiving table or Christmas table, and then somebody's got to give a speech, and it's it's hilarious because nobody ever wants to do it, and then they always point at me, and then I'll just make a mockery of it. But holiday is upon us, and I wish everybody nothing but love, joy, and happiness from the Jamby Show and JambyVision. Shout out to Gunner Vision, my son, the producer, everybody involved. Krispy Kreme, because I love your donuts. Christy, for your inspiration and thanks. And everybody, be safe, be humble, and be chippa. Thank you, and enjoy your evening. And we'll see you as soon as possible. Big things to come. And I'm not talking about my wiener. That didn't make myself sound good, but I already said it, so it's already out there. I'm going to take my Oscar and go now. I want to thank the Academy for recognizing my true talent, my support system, all the boys back in the day for letting me be me, my girlfriend Chrissy for believing in me, my son Gunner for taking this vision and making it into a masterpiece, and the many, 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 many more years of success. Thank you, Academy, and good night.